You're 3 minutes out.
Good morning, First Presbyterian Church of Strasbourg. Good morning. We are going live in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining. It is Sunday, April 26th, and we will be going live with worship for First Presbyterian Church of Strasbourg. Please feel free to say hello, say something on the chat, check in. Would love to hear from you. Love to know how you're doing. Thank you for joining this morning. Welcome. We'll be going live in just a couple of minutes. Good morning. Oh, nice.
Just waiting for it.
Oh, fantastic. Good morning. Good morning, Alice. Do we have audio up? Okay. Good morning. We are down to about a minute yet. If you are joining, I want to take a minute to welcome you. Thank you for being here. This is the traditional segment of worship for First Presbyterian Church of Strasbourg. And if you're with me, please take a moment to say hi in the chat window. If there's anything that I can do to pray for you, please feel free to share that so that we could have a time of prayer if you have any requests this morning. Thank you for joining. It's good to have you with us. Here we are. It is now 9:30, so we're going to be starting here. If you're joining us this morning, please take a moment. Good morning, everybody. It's great to see people coming in to join. If you're joining us just now, please take a moment to say hi in the chat window. And if you have any kind of prayer requests, anything that I can pray for you, any concerns, please feel free to share that. And if you're able to. Let's take a moment now. I want to take a minute to just invite you to be quiet before the Lord. As good morning, Kay. Thank you for saying hello. It's great to hear from you. So let's take a moment now to just be still and be quiet as we prepare for worship before God. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the traditional segment of worship. Thank you, Bill Hosker. Good morning. It's so good to be with you and sharing. And in this unusual time where even though we are physically apart, we can still remain together through this medium. If you have a moment and you're watching and can check in and say hello through the chat window, please do so. And if there are any ways that I can lift you up in prayer, let me know. One of my favorite parts about our worship service is when we sing Spirit of the Living God, which is number 322 in our hymnal. And the reason I like it so much is I feel that it unites us, and it's an invitation for the Holy Spirit to come and enter into our hearts so that we can come into a presence of truthful worship in spirit and in truth. So I want to take a moment to invite you to join in singing that before we go further. And again, it's number 322, Spirit of the Living God, in the Presbyterian hymnal.
Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. Melt me, mold me, fill me, use me. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me.
I'm hoping that you're able to join in singing at home. If you do not have the hymnal at home, if you go to hymnary.org, do a search for Presbyterian hymnals, and then you want to look for hymns.
Well, you have to first say the Presbyterian hymnal, and then there is like a dash which says hymns, psalms, and spiritual songs, because there are several Presbyterian hymnals on that particular site.
And that is how you will find our hymnal, and you can then reference the hymn numbers and join with us that way. Another possibility is we'll give you the title of the hymn, and you can Google that and then pull up the lyrics and join that way. So I'd like to invite you to continue on with us as we look at, in the Presbyterian hymnal, number 482. 482. This is Praise Ye the Lord the Almighty. You may also find it under Praise to the Lord the Almighty. Number 482 in the hymnal.
Praise ye the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Oh, my soul, praise Him, for He is thy help and salvation. All ye who hear, now to His temple draw near. Join me in glad adoration. salvation. Praise ye the Lord, o'er all things so wondrously reigneth. Shelters thee under his wings, yea, so gently sustaineth. Hast thou not seen how thy desire have been granted in what he ordaineth? Praise ye the Lord, let all that is in me adore him. All that hath life and breath, come down with praises before him. Let the Amen shout from his people again. Let live for him we adore him.
We are still in morning voice, and
Yeah.
sometimes in the morning your voice just does not cooperate, as I'm sure many of you know. How are you doing in this time? Do you have cabin fever? Maybe you are a parent that has to all of a sudden be a teacher, and your schedule is just overloaded with Zoom meetings and tutoring children in addition to having to work.
Did you enjoy yesterday's beautiful day? I hope you were able to get outside just a little bit and smell the nice spring smells and hear the birds sing and watch the greening take place. What a beautiful day. Chris and I, first we ran in the morning a couple miles. Then we took Chris, myself, and my 10-year-old Kelvin. We took a bike ride in the Wissahickon River Park. And it was just a wonderful day for that.
And how are you doing? Do you have cabin fever? Are you struggling because maybe you've lost a job or you know somebody that has? Maybe you're thankful because God is sustaining you through all of this. Whatever your concerns are, I hope that what we're about to do next will be an encouragement for you to invite Jesus to come and walk with you in whatever your situation is. This is taken from the hymnal. It's number 363, I Want Jesus to Walk With Me. And we'll be sharing that as kind of an anthem this morning. But if you're able to and you would like to, you're more than welcome to join with us as we sing and play this morning.
I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me on the long pilgrim journey. Lord, I want Jesus to walk with me in my trials. Lord, walk with me in my trials. Lord, walk with me when my heart is almost breaking. Lord, I want Jesus to walk with me. When I'm in trouble, Lord, walk with me. When I'm in trouble, Lord, walk with me. When my head is bowed in sorrow, Lord, I want Jesus to walk with me.
Well, I hope Jesus is, I know Jesus is walking with you this morning, but I hope that you sense his presence. Whatever your situation is in this difficult and unusual time of this COVID-19 virus, I'd like to continue on with that theme and just inviting God's hand and his guidance through all of this. And if you would take a moment to look at your hymnal and turn to number 404. 404. This is one that you'll be very familiar with. Precious Lord, take my hand. And I'll give you a minute to Google that if you want and look up the lyrics. This is Precious Lord, take my hand.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand. I am weak, I am tired, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. When my way grows dreary, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone, hear my cry, hear my call, hold my hand lest I fall. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home.
Thank you so much for being with us this morning, and I hope that that you are continuing to remain safe and to be well, and that you are being sustained in this pandemic situation. I'd like to invite you to turn in your hymnal to number 403. What a friend we have in Jesus. And indeed we do. In a time like this, we can pour out our cares and our concerns to him. And so I want to take a moment to invite you to do that. And also, if there's anything that I can pray for you, any concerns that you have that I could pray for, please let me know. And you can email me or feel free to share it on the chat window if you're able to do so and feel comfortable doing that. For now, let's continue on in our worship with number 403. What a friend we have in Jesus.
Lord in prayer. Have we trials and temptations? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. When we find a friend so faithful, who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Are we weak and heavy laden, covered with a load of care? Precious Savior, still our refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. To thy friends despised forsake thee. Take it to the Lord in prayer. In his arms he'll take and shield thee. Thou wilt find a solace there.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. I pray that the Lord, that you can feel his presence sustaining you in this time, whatever your situation may be. I'm thankful that we are able to continue on, and we certainly feel his presence undergirding us. And I miss all of you so much and look forward to the time when this passes and that we will be able to join again corporately together in the same building and be together physically for worship. Before we sign off, I'd like to take a minute to sing with you a benediction, and this is found in number 540 in our hymnal, and this is simply, God be with you till we meet again. And this
verse 1.
This is verse 1 only will do, and I just want to offer this as both a benediction and a prayer over all of you.
God be with you till we meet again. Loving God, Lord God, upon you with the shepherd's care and fold you. God be with you till we meet again.
Thank you so much. God bless you and strengthen you through the coming week. Know that we think of you and you're in our thoughts and prayers constantly. And we'll look forward to seeing you again
We'll see you at the same time next week.
next week we have a virtual hymn sing on Thursday evening, and we'll be sending out information on that. Please look for it, and we cordially invite you to join
That would be
Thursday
a lot
evening.
of fun.
It's a great time to be together. It doesn't sync up perfectly,
It's not perfect, but
but it's a great time to just
Nothing
fellowship and make a joyful noise. So please consider joining us Thursday evening. It'll be 7:30 Thursday evening, and we will have information coming out on the link to join.
we look forward to it.
In the meantime, God bless.
See you next week.